Behind the grandstand here at Everett Memorial Stadium. A perfect metaphor for the beginning of the football season as we move from the summer into the fall and the first week of the high school football season here. Good evening, everybody. I'm Nathan Murphy, and I'm pleased to welcome you to STSPN's broadcast of tonight's Game 1, Week 1 of the season for these two teams. On here tonight for you, it's the Arlington Eagles visiting the Bruins of Cascade High School. Last season, a notable one for Cascade, their first state playoff appearance since 2007. That under then head coach Eric Dinwiddie. Of course, Mr. Dinwiddie not with the team any longer. He left his post in the summer to spend more time with his family after his daughter was born 11 weeks prematurely. Of course, we wish him and his whole family all the best. The interim head coach, Eric Dinwiddie is the interim head coach. I apologize. Joe Cronin, the gentleman who has resigned to spend time with his family. We wish the Cronin family all the best. Eric Dinwiddie was Cronin's assistant, and he is the head coach on an interim basis for the 2014 season. On the other sideline, Greg Daylor. It's his 6th season. A 5-5 record for the Eagles last year. They lost to Kamiak in a loser-out district game at home by the score of 38-28. They look to turn things around this year. They like their running back. They like their line. And they hope to take the new league. Arlington realigned into the 3A North Division. Cascade remaining in the 4A, which does not have a North and a South Division this year. 8 teams in the 4A. And in the South, it's a 3A and a 2A division as Shorecrest, the Scots, drop down to the 2A. So some changes in Westco this year. Some changes in high school football as well, much talked about in the lead up to the season. Targeting and the defenseless player, both definitions added to the high school rule book. It'll be a challenge for officials to call those and we'll see how that goes here in week number 1 for both of these clubs. Speaking of officials, the referee tonight is Jim Erickson. Mike Cope, the umpire. Al Furiak and Fred Schissel have the lines, and the back judge is Mr. Steve Landreau. We're just about set to go here in Everett. It will be Cascade receiving the opening kickoff. Arlington will send this one away toward the north end of the stadium. An exciting time for both teams and for all of the students and parents out here tonight, the beginning of another football season. It's my honor to be here with you tonight as we wait for the kickoff. I'll take a second to remind everybody that this broadcast is being presented to you by Gabe and Megan Gilpin Realty, Shoreline Community College, A West Coast Septic Services, McDaniel's Do-It Center, Action Jackson Plumbing, and Fred's Rivertown Ale House. We thank all of them for their support this season. Set to kick it away for the Eagles is Anthony Parra, the kip about the 4-yard line, and we're underway here. Running it back is Kawan Coleman. Snowed under by a sea of white jerseys about the 20-yard line, and that's where Cascade will put the ball in play for the first time here. Kawan Coleman, the running back, the focus of the Cascade offense this year, a dynamic season last year, but a new quarterback for the Bruins. That will be senior Mike Ratcliffe. Of course, his predecessor off to play collegiate football this year. Opening drive will start at the 21 for the Bruins. First down and 10, Ratcliffe under center, Coleman behind him. Man in motion, Coleman gets the handoff, busts through the middle, got a nice hole. 10 yards, make it about 11 on the first gain and a first down. Nice hole on the right side of the line through the tackle and guard. And a first down on the first carry for Coleman. Windy out here at Everett Memorial tonight. And a little chilly as the sun goes back behind the grandstand here, but a nice evening for football as long as I can hold on to my rosters. First down and 10 for Cascade. Bad snap picked up by 44, and the ball's loose. What have we here? No indication yet from the officials. It's second down, so falling back on the football was number 44, Isaiah Bells. That's a nice alert play from that young man, and Cascade retains it, but a loss of 6 yards on the play, and it'll be second down and 16. Arlington in the white shirts, White pants, navy blue trim, Cascade. The gray pants, the maroon jerseys, white helmets. Hand off to... That's not Coleman, I apologize. That is Coleman, and he gets stopped at the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 3rd down and long here for Cascade, a long 16. As they look to convert this one here, ball about the 26-yard line, 5 yards in advance of where they started the drive. About 90 seconds gone here in this opening quarter. Ratcliffe calling signals, Coleman behind him. Only one man in the backfield. Now a man in motion. Fake the handoff, rolling to his right is Ratcliffe. Has a man there, and it's caught. Missed a tackle, and did he get out of bounds? They're going to spot him very close to the line to gain. And it looks like he got the first down. Coming over to take a look is the referee, Jim Erickson. He'll have a look. I think the chain is a little bit behind the 43-yard line. But it looks like they're going to measure. From our vantage point, it looks as though the line to gain is just on the Cascade side of the 43, and the nose of the football's right on the 43-yard line, as placed there by Fred Schissel, but it appears that they are going to go ahead and bring the chains out. That's a nice reception there for Cascade as Coleman faked the handoff and rolled out to his right. And Arlington had a chance to wrap him up and couldn't quite hold on to him. And he made it out to the sideline right around the line to gain. They stretched the chains out. Boy, we can't see over here. Jim Erickson says 4 inches short. So that'll bring up 4th down and short early in the game here. And an early decision for Cascade interim head coach Eric Dinwiddie. The officials will take a moment here to respot the ball. And it'll be 4th down. 4th down and 4 or 6 inches here as they move the ball using the chains back to the center of the field. Little conversation going on here between the line judge, and the Cascade coaching staff. Looks to be good-natured, and the chains will head back over to their spot on the far side. So 4th down and a couple of inches, just shy of the 43-yard line. Big conversion here. Ratcliffe calling the play. As the ball hasn't quite been marked ready yet, they're still getting the chain set back over there. Now we're all set. 4th down and inches for Cascade. 10-13 left to go in the first quarter. And it does appear that they're going to go for it. So at this part of the field, I think that's a good call by Eric Dinwiddie, but we'll see if it pays off. Quarterback sneak, and he gets it easily. So Ratcliffe pushes ahead and does get the first down, gain of 1 to the 44. Second first down already for Cascade, and they've got a drive going. 6 plays so far, 23 yards. Most of it on the ground, but, well, most of the plays on the ground, I should say, but a good chunk of the yardage came on that 3rd down pass play that brought them right up near the line of gain. 1st and 10 and a whistle on the near sideline. What have we got? I think we have an equipment issue. And being sent from the game is the cornerback, Diarmid Murphy. He'll be replaced. I think that's Dimitri Marshman. It is indeed Marshman, and he'll come in at the cornerback spot. And now a discussion going on between the officials. Fred Schissel, the line judge, I think spotted something to do with an equipment issue, and now someone else, I believe I understand what's going on now, is now Noah Andal is asked to leave the game, and I believe this has to do with the play calling belt, or play calling wristbands being worn on the belts. That is illegal in high school football. Those have to be worn as they're designed on the wrist, on the forearm. And I think a couple of these guys were wearing them, and now we're going to have a timeout charged to the Arlington Eagles. So uniform confusion, the story of the evening thus far, but we'll take a chance to tell everybody that the presenting sponsor of STSPN and Sound Live Sports high school broadcast this fall, particularly in the West Coast South, is Shoreline Community College. Shoreline Community College is known for its digital filmmaking program, which provides a hands-on approach to learning in video production combined with a solid introduction to the theory and the history of cinema. All of Shoreline's faculty are working professionals, which translates to classroom instruction that prepares students for the contemporary challenges in the field. For more information or to apply, visit shoreline.edu today and jumpstart your future. I mentioned STSPN and Sound Live Sports, and it is, as has been discussed a little bit, it's true they're working together this year, these two organizations. Sound Live Sports focusing much more on the West Coast South and the Edmonds School District. They've got a doubleheader tonight. Snohomish and Jackson and Glacier Peak and Archbishop Murphy, the focus for Sound Live, or excuse me, for STSPN. First down and 10, handoff goes to Coleman. Couple of tough yards there, then he broke out for a couple of more. Tackled just shy of midfield. Gain of 5, second down and 5. Coleman's gotten several handoffs already. It's clear that the offense is going to run through him very much so tonight for Cascade. 5 more yards for him. Into the game check Spencer Bolden. Second down and 5 for the Bruins. Two-man backfield. Little bit of confusion on the handoff there, and now it's going to be kept by Ratcliffe. I think that was supposed to be a read option. And Ratcliffe and Coleman ran into each other, so the play loses about half a yard. It's third down and a long 5 now, or a short 6, I suppose, from the 49-yard line. I'm off by a yard. It's a long 4, a short 5 now. Line to gain the Arlington 46. Clock running under 9 minutes now in the first quarter. No score in the early going. Cascade and Arlington. Cascade's opening possession here. They've had a couple of first downs so far. Handoff fake to Coleman, and instead the give is to Nefedov. And tripped up after a gain of a couple is the junior, so it'll be 4th down and 3, and Cascade will send on the punt unit. Nice defense by Arlington there to read the misdirection. And coming into punt now will be number 89, Spencer Bolden for Cascade. 2 men deep for Arlington. It's Kyle Bayer and Noah Andal. Man in motion for Cascade. The kick is away. It's high and spinning a little bit short. Arlington says stay away from it. Takes a nice Cascade bounce. Down inside the 20, inside the 10. This one's going to roll all the way down to the 4-yard line and now down to the 3. What a great punt by Spencer Bolden. Great coverage from Cascade. And they pin them down at the 3.5-yard line, and that's where Arlington will take over. Great play on special teams for the Bruins. And that's a momentum swinger. You get stopped near midfield, you had a little bit of a drive going, and you get a play like that to pin your opponents down in the shadow of their own goalposts. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Eagles on the Cascade 4-yard line. First play goes to the right side, and a nice chunky yardage. Looks like a gain of 11. Alex Hayward, the ball carrier. 183-pound senior. And 1st down and 10 for Arlington now at their own 21. This time coming through the left side on the carry is Dash Gilbertson. And he'll pick up 4. He'll pick up 5. 2nd down from the 21. Just under 7 minutes remaining here in quarter number 1. No score. We're glad everybody's with us. Thanks for joining us on the Snohomish Times Sports Network. Nathan Murphy with you. Calling signals is Callahan. Handoff on the sweep to the left side. Again with the carry is Hayward, and he picks up 6 or 7 yards to the 28, and that'll be good for an Arlington first down. Very methodical so far. Gain of 7 on the play. Everything on the ground for Arlington. Not exactly a traditional wing tee, but 2 running backs split out to either side. Nobody listed as a true tailback necessarily. And this time they'll spread it out a little bit. Just 1 man in the backfield with Andrew Callahar. The man in motion is Andal. Snap over the head and falling on it with his knee on the ground. That's a nice alert play by the quarterback Callahar to prevent the turnover, but a big loss. This is going to go all the way back to the 14-yard line. A loss of 14 yards from the 28, so it'll be 2nd down and 24. And then they're going to mark it at the 15. So a loss of 13, 2nd down and 23. As the snap from center Shane Kirshner couldn't be handled. Back to the line come the Eagles. A reverse this time. And sniffed out well by Cascade. Another tackle for a loss. This time a loss of 4 back to the 11-yard line. And so now it'll be 3rd down and a mile. 3rd down and 29 for Arlington. At this point, you just hope your punt can be back to the original line to gain. The ball carrier Kendrick on that play. Check that. Anthony Parra, the ball carrier. 3rd down and 29 officially. Callahar calling signals. Andal in motion. 2 fake handoffs and Callahar rolls out. He has Andal there and he makes a chunk of it back up. Gets back toward the original line of scrimmage, and that is where he'll be knocked out of bounds. So a gain of 19 yards back to the 29-yard line, but that is all they'll get, and the Eagles will punt. Parra, the punter, as well as the place kicker. Coleman back to receive the kick for Cascade. He's given a very nice distance here, respecting Parra's leg. Gets the kick away, and it's a decent one high in the air. That's a good kick. Takes a Cascade bounce, and it'll be smothered by the Eagles at the 40-yard line. So that's where Cascade will start their 2nd drive. That's a 31-yard punt with no return. 4:43 remaining in the first quarter. Nathan Murphy with you here at Everett Memorial High School. Cascade and Arlington are scoreless. Both teams had a chance with the ball. Both teams ended up punting. But good field position here for the Bruins as they begin at their own 40. The handoff goes to Coleman, and he runs into his own man. He'll still pick up about 3 yards. But as Ratcliffe gave him the ball there, looked like he ran into his left guard or tackle, hard to tell exactly who. And it will go as a gain of 4 out to the 44. 2nd down now. Ratcliffe in the pistol, about 4 yards behind, and Coleman behind him. Ratcliffe, short drop. Now he spins away from the pursuit. Has a man out there, flag downfield. The pass is caught by number 24. And the ball comes loose, but we had a whistle. And I think the officials are going to say that the forward progress had been stopped. Yes, they are going to say that. No, beanbag is down. So the end of the play at the 41-yard line of Arlington, and now we'll have to go sort out the flag. I think it came from the back judge. An illegal block or a hold, the most likely outcome here. Jim Erickson getting the information from his back judge, Steve Landreau. No preliminary indication as yet. And it does appear that the penalty is against Arlington. If that's the case, they may be able to tack on here. It's a first down as things stand. And they are going to enforce a penalty against the Eagles. We'll get the call here. It is a hold on the defense, so another receiver in the midst of trying to get open. So 10 yards on top of the gain. The pass went to the 41. And with the penalty, they'll go now down to the 31. So it'll be 1st and 10 there for Cascade, a first down by penalty. Well, that's not true. They would have picked up a first down on the play anyway. The chains still haven't moved. And now the officials will conference something about the enforcement here. Chains still have not moved. And until they do, I'm not certain this is where we're going to stay, but the officials look, and now we are going to move the chains. So it will be first down for Cascade at the Arlington 31-yard line. This is the furthest into anybody's territory that either team has progressed thus far. Third possession of the game. This is the second for Cascade. 3:49 remaining here in the first quarter. Jim Erickson and Arlington head coach Greg Daler having a brief discussion now, and I think we're ready to resume. Malik Radcliffe giving the play in his huddle, and he'll bring his club back out now, and the clock running again under 3:40 to go here in the first quarter of play. No score here between Arlington and Cascade. We're glad everybody's with us on STSPN.com. We'll be your home for North Sound Wesco football all season long. Handoff is to Coleman. No room on the left, but he broke it out to the right for a gain of 9 or 10. It'll be close to the line to gain, and I think it'll be behind it. 2nd down and 1. A gain of 9 for Coleman. Very effective so far on his 6 or 7 carries. Down to the 22-yard line are the Bruins. Just outside the red zone. 2nd down and 1 for the men in red. And checking back in is Bolden. Straight ahead once again. And Coleman does pick up the first down. Gain of 4 yards on the play down to the 18. Second first down on the drive. 4th for Cascade overall. And inside the 20-yard line go the Bruins. First down and 10 at the 18. Very methodical, the Cascade offense. Taking their time to the line. Not trying to hurry anybody. And a very settled pace. But they've been very effective, particularly in the run game. Nice open holes for Kawan Walker, and he's done a nice job of exploiting them to this point. Fakes the handoff. Ratliff kicks it back now, and no room back there for Andrei Nefedov on the carry. And it'll be a loss of a yard. Second down and 11 for Cascade. Clock ticks down under 2 minutes here in the opening quarter. Still scoreless here, but Cascade starting to threaten. They've got a second down and 11 on the Arlington 19-yard line. One-man backfield again. This is the normal set for the Bruins. The handoff goes to Coleman, and this time he's bottled up for a minute, but he kicks it out to the left side. He's got some room. Kawan Coleman, touchdown, Cascade. Kawan Coleman, absolutely nowhere to go in the middle where the play was supposed to go. Rode the line out to the outside, and nobody could stop him. Got a nice block on the left edge. And a 19-yard touchdown run for the young man. Cascade's on the board first. It's 6-0. With 1:17 left, Cascade goes in front. A 19-yard touchdown run. And now on to attempt the extra point is Bolden. Clark is the holder. The kick is up, and it is good. 1:17 left in the first quarter. Cascade draws first blood. It's 7-0 Bruins. Fans, whether it's consulting, design and installation of a new septic system, or service and repair of your existing system, Wesco is your professional, courteous, and affordable solution. Septic tank problems can sneak up on you when you least expect them. When they do, call the specialists, Wesco Septic Service. They provide prompt, expert, and reliable solutions to your sewage problems or for the installation of new systems. Wesco has the high-quality equipment and the seasoned experience to meet your needs and your budget. Locally owned and operated in Snohomish since 1987 with 24/7 service and discounts for seniors and our military. Mention STSPN in this ad for $50 off your first service. Call Wesco today at 1-888-488-5588 or visit them on the web at awescoseptic.com. Nathan Murphy with you here at Everett Memorial Stadium. Cascade takes the early 7-0 lead on a 19-yard touchdown run by Kawan Coleman. A nice drive by the Bruins, started at their own 40, an excellent field position. And they just moved very smoothly down the field. Not a whole lot of problems exhibited as they made their way down for the score. Bolden will kick it away now. It'll hang toward the goal line and well into the end zone. 6 or 7 yards deep and a touchback. Nice kick by Bolden, and Arlington will take over at their own 20-yard line. Of course, the ball going into the end zone on a kick before it's possessed, an automatic touchback in high school. No run backs permitted, even if the ball is caught in the air. And so the ball's placed at the 20, and that's where the Eagles will start their second drive. Their first one ended in a punt after a bad snap led to a large loss. Handoff up the middle. And coming up from his middle linebacker spot is the quarterback for Cascade, Ratliff, to make the play. Gain of 4, second down. Calling signals is Callahar. High snap, pulls it down. And a handoff up the middle. I think the ball carrier is number 22. And that's Connor Bovard. And it's near the line to gain. And Jim Erickson's going to come up and have a look. I think this is a first down, and yes, it is. So first down for Arlington on 2 plays. Out to the 30. As we tick down here, under 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Clock stopped while the chains move. And now they'll start it again. Probably the final play of the first quarter upcoming. Hayward out behind is coming up under center as Callahar now will back into the shotgun. Still Hayward behind him. Man in motion is Hall. The handoff goes to Hayward up the middle. Has the first down and more. Out across the 45-yard line to the 48. Brought down there by Anthony Parra. and a first down for the Eagles. Nice running play, and that is the final snap of the first quarter. So they'll switch ends here at Everett Memorial, and we'll take a quick break. After the first quarter, the score, Cascade 7, Arlington nothing. This is high school football on STSPN. Fans Action Jackson Plumbing is a licensed, bonded, and insured plumbing company that provides complete plumbing, drain cleaning, and sewer repairs for both residential and commercial customers. Located in Edmonds and serving South Snohomish County, Action Jackson Plumbing offers 24-hour emergency service as well as your regularly scheduled repairs. Locally owned and operated, honest, affordable, clean, and courteous. Make sure and give them a call the next time you need a plumber. Or call them today to schedule something. Action Jackson Plumbing. Call 425-877-5601. Nathan Murphy with you here at Everett Memorial Stadium, where Cascade has a 7-0 lead at the end of the first quarter. As Arlington comes out in something of a spread formation, Kalahar has a man out there and it completes the pass. Caught by Diarmid Murphy. And that'll go for another first down. So 3 consecutive plays, a first down for the Eagles. This one down inside the inside the Cascade 40-yard line. Down to the 38 to gain a 14 on the play. First down and 10. Andrew Kalahar looks for the play from Greg Daler and staff on the sideline. Kalahar steps under center, now comes back. And 1 man in the backfield, 3 split out to the right. Kalahar back to pass. Has a streaking man on the left. Looking up for the football. It'll be a little over his head. Looking for Murphy on the play, and it looked like he slowed up a little bit about 20-25 yards into the route. If he'd continued to run, he might have been under the ball. Nice coverage on the play by Austin Clark, the corner. Dash Gilbert, the free safety, coming over to help. Second down and 10. This time a handoff to Hayward, and he's stuffed up for no gain. Nice response from the Cascade defense after several long plays in a row, and it's third down and 10. That handoff out of the shotgun went inside, and there just was not any room for Alex Hayward. He couldn't go anywhere, and he stopped for no gain. Third down for the Eagles. 3 wide on the right. Kalahar back to pass, has pursuit and a holding flag. The pass is dropped out there by number 22, Connor Bovard. We do have a flag. It came from the referee. A pretty obvious hold, as getting spun around was the defender in pursuit. And the indication is indeed a hold against the Eagles. The pursuit by Kelsey Cologne, forced the holding foul back there. The pass receiver was Connor Bovard. He couldn't keep his hands on the ball. It's not going to matter anyway, though I suspect that Cascade may decline this foul and make it fourth down. Do you take the down or do you take the field position? It's an interesting call inside your own 40-yard line. The quarterback, Malik Ratcliffe, the middle linebacker, he's the captain. And I think they're going to push him back. That is the indication. The umpire, Mike Cope, walking the ball back. And so with the 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, that takes it all the way back to the 58-yard line. And that was where the flag was thrown. So I think we have 10 more yards to go from here. So it will be, in effect, a 20-yard penalty, though only 10 will go on the books. So they will continue to walk this back, and it'll go all the way back to the Arlington 42, where it'll be third down and about 30 yards for the Eagles. Very long penalty And now up comes the back judge. We're going to continue the conversation. Just making sure about the enforcement, I believe. And I was wondering, because they did march it off from the line of scrimmage initially, and then the line judge came in and said, wait a minute, we've got to mark it off from where we were. Clock should not start until the snap here. It was an incomplete pass, so 11:33 stays on the clock. 3rd down and 30 for Arlington. Kalahar calling signals. Too wide to the right. He's rolling out there now. We'll flip it back on the screen, and the pass is dropped. Scrimger was the receiver, but he had only a little bit of room. It wasn't going to be 30 yards worth of room out there on the left side. So Arlington will punt from their own 43-yard line, rather. I had it on the 33. So it was 3rd down and 29 instead of 30. I apologize for that. And now it's 4th down and 29. On to punt is Anthony Parra. His first kick rolled beautifully. This one's high in the air and short. Takes a nice Arlington bounce, but it's only going to get down to about the 23. And that is indeed where it's covered by the Eagles. So 34 yards on the punt and no return, and Cascade will take over on their own 23-yard line. A disastrous penalty for the Eagles. Twice on their 2 drives they've had a single play that sent them into a 2nd or 3rd and very, very long situation. The bad snap on the first drive and the holding call here on the second one. And so now Cascade, with 10:53 here in the first quarter, will begin their 3rd possession. The handoff went to Nefedov, and he gains 5 up to the 29. That's a gain of 6, rather. 2nd down and 4. Clock running here, approaching 10.5 left in the second quarter. Cascade leads this one 7-0 on the strength of a Kawan Coleman 19-yard touchdown run. He's been very effective here in the first 20 minutes or so. And he's lined up at tailback now. And he will get the handoff. A little bit of a tug from behind slowed him down, and only a gain of 2. I say only, out to the 31-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down and 2 for the Bruins. Two for 3 on 3rd down thus far is Cascade. One of the conversions a long Coleman run, the other a nice catch that was added to by that penalty on the drive that led to the touchdown. Excuse me, that was on the first drive. This time the handoff goes out to the right side, and it looks like they're going to spot the ball out across the 39-yard line, good enough for a 1st down. Parra that time the ball carrier, and that's good enough to pick up another Cascade Bruin 1st down out to the 39-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bruins. Eagles defense having a little bit of trouble containing the Cascade run game to this point, and we haven't seen them throw the ball yet on this possession. But I think the opportunity's there as Cascade moves people into the box to try and stop the run. They show a blitz this time. They only send 1, and rolling out is Richardson. Little option pitch, and the ball is fumbled, and it skips out of bounds. Option pitch back for Parra, and he couldn't quite handle it. Very lucky that it skipped off his foot and out of play, because that's a live ball. Instead, it goes for a gain of 5 out to the 44-yard line, where it'll be 2nd and 5 for the Bruins. Ratcliffe, his pitch was just a little bit outside and not handling it well. Was Parra. Up to the line comes Cascade. A little bit of a wing offense here, and now a whistle. Timeout called by the Bruins. 8:56 left in the ball game. Cascade calls timeout. We'll step aside briefly and take a chance to remind everybody that Snohomish Times Sports Network and tonight's game is brought to you by Fred's Rivertown Ale House in Snohomish. They're a proud sponsor of Western Conference football on STSPN, located at 1114 First in downtown Snohomish, historic downtown. Fred's is the county's premier beer destination with 32 craft beers on tap, from local to regional and even European breweries. A great wine list and one of the largest single malt Scotch selections in the country. Fred's has a great food list too, from standards like burgers and pizza to specialties like their porter ale meatloaf, lobster bisque, and wasabi shumai, all in a relaxed family atmosphere that will keep you coming back. If you're watching tonight in Snohomish, make Fred's your Rivertown Ale House your dinner destination after the game, or visit them online at fredsrivertownalehouse.com. We thank them and all of our sponsors for their support of Western Conference football here on STSPN.com and on the Sound Live Sports Network. Great to be working with those guys this year. Lots of high school football on tap for you all season long. Back to the line come the Bruins. Rickard fakes the handoff, fakes the pass. Now he does throw it, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Kyle Bayer at midfield, and Arlington will kick over. That's a huge play on defense, as Cascade was looking very dangerous on offense. A little bit of an interesting play call there, and I don't mean to criticize, but 2nd down and 5. They throw the ball over the middle into a great deal of traffic, and it's picked off by Bayer. A huge play from the junior. So Arlington takes over at the 47-yard line, and their offense will go back to work and try and erase this 7-0 deficit. Wait for the chains to reset here. Now we're ready to begin. 8:47 left here. Handoff to the near side. Hayward, the ball carrier, gains about 7. We'll see where they spot it. They'll give him 9-yard gain on the play. Check that. I'm not seeing my lines very well. It's close to the line to gain. And coming up to take a look. Move the ball back a little bit, says the umpire, and it will be 2nd down. Clock has stopped while they take a look here. And it will indeed be 2nd down. Clock should restart with the whistle here. 8:28 left to go in the 2nd quarter. Now the clock is running again, 2nd down. Back to passes. Kalahar has looking deep, has a man, and the ball is caught. A leaping catch made deep on the left side by Connor Bovard, and it's 1st down Arlington inside the 20-yard line, inside the 15, all the way down to the 11. That's a great throw by Andrew Kalahar, and a wonderful leaping catch by Bovard, and he held on to the ball as he came down on his back, rolled over. Excellent play by the Arlington Eagles, the first big offensive spark from them, and they're in business at the 11-yard line, 1st down and 10. One wide receiver to each side. Kalahar in the pistol. Has Hayward to his right. The handoff for Noah Andal on the sweep. Has a block, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Arlington! A beautiful sweep play as Noah Andal came around the edge, got a perfect seal block, and cuts across the goal line. Arlington's on the board, 7-6 Bruins, 8:10 left in the game. A 2-play drive, starting at their own 47, all the way down to the 11-yard line on the pass to Bovard, a huge play, and then the touchdown run on the sweep from Noah Andal. On to attempt the extra point is Parra. Anthony Parra handles all the kicking duties for the Eagles. out of the hold of Bayer, and the kick is no good. I think it hit a Bruin at the line. So Cascade retains the lead, and Cascade is giving credit on the sideline to number 73. That's Joshua Watson, so we'll say that he's the man who got a palm on the ball. And so Arlington will trail by a point, but a wonderful drive, just a 2-yard drive, and an 11-yard touchdown run from Noah Andal. 8:10 left on the clock here in the second quarter, and we'll take the chance to tell you that McDaniel's Do-It Center in Snohomish is your goal line for exceptional hardware tools, lawn and garden and sporting goods products. Founded in 1966 by the McDaniel family as coast-to-coast hardware, McDaniel's Do-It Center remains locally owned and operated by the McDaniel family almost 50 years later, with the buying power of thousands of other Do-It stores nationwide. Our commitment to delivering legendary customer service and outstanding employees continues to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do-It Best centers in the nation. Our store at 510 2nd Street in Snohomish boasts over 70,000 products and all the top brands, and you'll get that hometown feel and legendary customer service you won't find anywhere but McDaniel's. Come on in today. Give us a call at 360-568-1544 or visit McDanielsDoItCenter.com and discover the McDaniel's difference. Thanks to McDaniel's Do-It Center and all of our other sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Nathan Murphy, thrilled to be with you here at Everett Memorial on a lovely early September evening. Perfect night for high school football as the Western Conference and the rest of Washington get the high school season underway here tonight. 7-6, Cascade leads this one. A touchdown apiece for both teams, but a block of the extra point. And this kick does sail into the end zone just before it's caught by Kawan Coleman. A little frustrated as he, but it will be a touchback. So Cascade will start at their own 20. Nice deep kick again by Para. And it'll be first down for the Bruins. 8 minutes and 10 seconds in the second quarter. 7-6, Cascade leads the game. Handoff up the middle on the first play from scrimmage for the Bruins on the drive. Coleman does not, maybe he gains half a yard on the play. Second down and about 10. We'll give him a yard. Second down and 9. Gain of 1 for Coleman. Ratcliffe brings his team out of the huddle. Cascade still very deliberate on their offense. They'd been driving last time around before that huge interception by Bayer. This time the fake handoff to Coleman. I bought it. Instead, it goes on the outside to Nefedov, and he picks up 8 yards out to the 29. So a nice misdirection, and the sweep out on the right side picks up 8, and it'll be third down and a yard now for the Bruins at their own 29. The Bruins 3 for 4 on third downs. Very good so far, but only the one score to show for it. The other 2 drives ended in a punt from midfield and in that interception. Ball was picked off by Kyle Bayer. Ratcliffe keeps it himself and does not get there. Snowed under very nicely by a pile of white shirts. And it'll be fourth down, and out will come the punt unit. Eric Dinwiddie perfectly happy to go for it at his opponent's 40-yard line earlier on. But from his own 29-yard line, he decides to have Bolden kick it away. Bayer and Andal back to receive for the Eagles. Slow snap, nicely handled by Bowden, gets the kick away. It's a low line drive, fair catch called for, not made. The ball's loose and it's picked up. Running around the outside, and a flag is down, still on his feet. Now, a fair catch was signaled for by both players, so we're going to have to sort this out. I think that this play should have been blown dead. The ball is marked out of bounds at the 19-yard line, and now a man is down, so we're going to have to sort a couple of things out here. Jake Kirshner is the man on the turf near midfield. I think that as soon as either player had signaled for a fair catch, even if the ball is fumbled, that the play has to be dead, but honestly, that's a rules question that I'm not certain about. The fair catch was called for by both Bayer and his receiving partner Andal, but neither one of them received the ball cleanly. It bounced off of Andal and into the air and skipped off the turf, and Andal picked it up and ran with it. And we also have a flag back on the play, and that is a block in the back. So it appears as though, given the placement of the flag, that the Cascade is not going to lose a ton of field position on this, because the foul is going to be marked off from the 44-yard line. So the kick sailed to about the 40. And still being attended to near the sideline here is number 7, Jake Kirshner, the junior. Presumably he's the man who was blocked in the back on the play that led to the flag. But without the benefit of replay, I can't bring that to you. I was a little busy trying to figure out if the ball was dead or not after the free kick. So we are going to treat this as a live ball. No, we're 2 fouls for block in the back on the play. The first one declined, the second one enforced. 10 yards from the 44, so it'll be first down and 10 from the 34-yard line for Arlington. Being gingerly helped up to a sitting position is Kirshner. We hope this young man is all right. 5', 10-inch junior, 165 pounds. Backup quarterback, defensive back. Looks like he's the backup corner on the right side to Austin Clark. Special teams player. It appears that he may have hurt his ankle, and he'll make his way to the sideline. Best wishes to Mr. Kirshner for his recovery, of course. And Arlington will put the ball in play at their own 34. It's first down and 10 for the Eagles. They trail 7-6 with 5:43 remaining here in the first quarter, or in the second quarter rather. And they'll start at the 34. Now some whistles. Officials timeout. Change the ball. Something's wrong with this one. I'm not sure what it is. But one's spotted now. And Jim Erickson marks us ready for play, so here we go. Man in motion is Andal. Fake handoff to him. Instead, it's going to be Hayward coming around the right side. Picked up there, and a flag going to come out? Yes, it is. Being wrestled down out on the edge there by number 21. That's the free safety, Dash Gilbert. And I think the officials are going to say that he continued the contact too long outside the field of play. The run was a gain of 3 yards from the 29, or from the 34 rather, out to the 37. And an unsportsmanlike conduct against Cascade. So it will be a 15-yard penalty, resulting in a first down. That'll move the ball out near midfield. And in fact, just across it down to the Cascade 48-yard line. Unsportsmanlike conduct, notice the call here, not a late hit out of bounds. So I'm not sure what went on down there, but it was enough for the line judge to throw his flag. And we'll tack 15 on for Arlington here. First down by way of penalty. Out to the Cascade 48. So they'll put it in play from that point. The Eagles come up to the line in their pistol set they've been using all night long. Alex Hayward to the left of quarterback Andrew Callahar. Man in motion is Andolph from the right. This time he does get the handoff on the sweep. Gets a block from Hayward, and he manages to push it out toward the sticks. And Arlington wants another flag. I don't think they're going to get this one, as the play went out just shy of the line again, down to the 39-yard line. And that's where they'll spot it. 2nd down and 1 for the Eagles. A little bit of chippiness developing here that wasn't there in the first quarter. A little bit of snarl between these two teams as we run. The clock is stopped, rather, from the out of bounds. About 5:23 remaining in the second quarter. 2nd down and 1 for Arlington. They trail 7-6 here about halfway through the second quarter. The blocked extra point by Joshua Watson so far, the difference in the game. Fake snap, now he'll throw it. Callahar's pass is caught. Again, it's Connor Bovard. 2 long pass plays completed to that young man, and this one down to the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 24 yards and an Arlington first down. So 2 long catch plays for Bovard. Callahar throwing the ball a little bit of air under it, but it's worked for them so far. Bovard has run under both of them. And another long play. They'll give this at the 16 rather than the 15, so call it 23 yards on the reception. 1st down and 10 for the Eagles. Split end to the right this time. 2 handoffs. It's a reverse toward the corner of the end zone, and it's a touchdown. A surprise reverse catches everybody by surprise, and George Spady goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Arlington. Again, the quick strike of the Eagles. They had held the ball a little bit in their own half of the field, and then once they had that first down after the penalty, 2 plays, 3 plays, touchdown. And a 9-yard run, a 23-yard catch, and a 16-yard touchdown run on the reverse. George Spady, the man with the ball, a 16-yard touchdown run for number 37, and this time they'll go for 2. The handoff up the middle, tackle near the goal line. I don't think he got there. Scrimger is the man with the ball, and they're saying he did not. So a big stop for for Cascade. But they trail now. The score 12-7, Arlington out in front. Fans will take this chance to tell you that Gabe and Megan Gilpin are proud to present tonight's game on STSPN.com. Gilpin Realty has been family owned and operated since 1968. Their 19 dedicated brokers have over 150 years of real estate experience together, and we know your market. They say they're proud to be considered your one-stop shop for real estate in Snohomish County and North King County, be it new construction, homes, land, investment, commercial, property management, rentals, and more. Visit Gilpin Realty online at gilpinrealty.com, G-I-L-P-I-N Realty.com, or call Gabe and Megan today at 360-799-3715. We're glad to have everybody here. Nathan Murphy with you from Everett Memorial Stadium, where Arlington have come back after trailing by a touchdown. They've scored twice here in the second quarter, but both times they have not been able to score on the try, so they lead it 12-7 here as they'll kick it deep. Parra will kick it away. Back to receive at the goal line is Coleman. Parra's last went into the end zone for a touchback. Be trying to keep the ball out of the hands of the dangerous Kowan Coleman for Cascade. New rule in high school this year. Players have to start no more than 5 yards behind the free kick line. Thus the formation that might be a little different. Out across the 30-yard line now, and dragged down is Coleman. Cascade coaches want a horse collar tackle. I don't think they're going to get one. From up here it looked as though Coleman was pulled by the jersey and not by the inside of the pads. No flag is thrown in any case, and so the return will go from the 1 out to the 32-yard line, a 31-yard kickoff return, and Cascade will put it in play there. 4 minutes and 50 seconds here in the second quarter. Cascade ball at their own 32. And now another whistle, and we're going to change the ball once again. It's typical in high school football that each team is permitted to play offense with the ball of its choosing. Of course, all the balls inspected by the officials to make sure that they are legal for use, but they get to choose the type of ball, the type of grip that they prefer. Inside handoff to Coleman. Gets away. I'm sorry, it was kept by the quarterback there. Getting away was Ratcliffe from the first one, but he couldn't get away from the pursuit, and he'll lose a yard on the play. Second down and 11 from the 31. Cascade's done that on a couple of occasions, had the quarterback keep the ball. It did convert a fourth down back in the first quarter, but it hasn't been successful since then. And it'll be second and 11 for the Bruins. 4:15 remaining in the second quarter. Cascade trails this one rather, 12-7. Arlington out in front. Fake handoff to Coleman. Instead, it goes to Nefedov. Cascade attempting to make use of the fact that Arlington may be overcommitting to Coleman here. And that's a gain of 6 across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Gain of 5 rather. Third down and 6 now. We're getting word that the young man for Cascade, Jake Kirshner, was actually unconscious briefly on the field as he got hit in the head on that play. This time the keeper again by Ratcliffe, and no gain again on the play. So it will be fourth down and 6 yards from their own 36 for Cascade. Jake Kirshner, the young man who was injured earlier, and we hope that he is all right. Certainly, given how he looked, he will not return to this game, but we wish him all the best in his recovery. On to punt is Bolden. Had a good kick in the first quarter and pinned Arlington back at their own 4-yard line, and now a whistle. Somebody called timeout. Still waiting to see. Septic Services, Gabe and Go Football. It's a lot of fun out here for everybody. I'm glad to be here with you tonight. Nathan Murphy from Everett Memorial Stadium. Arlington leads it 12-7, but they've had a couple of tries denied. A blocked extra point. It was blocked by number 73, Josh Watson, for Cascade, and then the 2-point try failed right at the goal line as Scrimger, the big guy, couldn't quite get in. So it looks as though Cascade is going to go for it here. 4th down and 1 from their own 41. And the handoff goes to Coleman, and he's got it and more. Gain of 5 out to the 46, and Cascade's in business. That's their second 4th down conversion. And it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Bruins, just shy of midfield. A lot of space for Kawan Coleman. That's a gain of 2, rather, to the 48. 2nd down and 8. Clock running just outside of 2 minutes here. Cascade very deliberate to the line. Arlington 48-yard long run. Busted away by Para. But it will be for nothing. I'm sorry, by Hamilton Kendrick. But it is going to come back. So the flag laying at the Arlington 48, 10 yards from that spot would be the Cascade 42-yard line. So effectively a loss of 6 yards, and they'll replay 2nd down, 2nd and 14 from the 42. 1:43, and I believe the clock will move on the ready for play here as the ball carrier Hamilton Kendrick was brought down inbounds. And moving quickly to the line to be ready to snap it are the Cascade Bruins. Coleman behind the quarterback. Nevedov out to the left, and the handoff does go to Nevedov. That's Kendrick, Hamilton Kendrick again. And he gains 5 yards back out to the 41. And now timeout is going to be called by Arlington. So it'll be 3rd down and a long 10 for the Bruins, and Arlington thinks they have a chance to get the ball back here, and with 1:26, I think they're right. So it'll be 3rd down and a long 10 from the 45 of the Bruins. Have to reach just inside the 45 on the other side of the field, 44 and a half or so, to get a new series. And Arlington uses their second timeout of the half to try and save a little bit of time if they manage to stop Cascade on this 3rd down. Cascade has used its allotment of timeouts for the first half. Arlington has 1 remaining. This is final instructions. And Cascade will come out. 1-man backfield this time. 2 wide to the right as well as the tight end. A running formation perhaps, but back to pass is Ratcliffe rolling to his right. Will he pass it? Yes, he will, and the ball is caught by Hamilton Kendrick. And that will be good for a first down inside the Arlington 40 to the 37, 39-yard line. Rolling out to his right was the quarterback Malik Ratcliffe, and he found a pretty wide open Hamilton Kendrick. The play goes for a gain of 20 yards, and it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Bruins from the 39 of Arlington. Long drive now. This will be the 8th play of the drive. On the reverse now, slipping away from 1 tackle, but not able to slip away from the second is Hamilton Kendrick. And there's a flag in the defensive secondary. This may be a hold. Looks like they will enforce, where it will be 2nd down and 30. 1st down and 30. I am not counting my downs correctly here. 1:11 left to go in the 2nd quarter. Ratcliffe rolls to his right again. This time good pursuit by the Eagles. He flips it forward and it's caught by Kendrick. Honestly, he would have been smarter to try and knock it down, as the play will go for a loss of 3, but it could have been much, much worse. A little flip pass by Malik Ratcliffe could have been intercepted. He could have been sacked back at his own 35, but it goes for a completion and a loss of 3 yards. Back to the 43. Clock is moving, under 40 seconds now. Arlington, it does not appear, will choose to stop the clock. And this will most likely be the final snap of the 2nd quarter. Arlington leads this one 12 to in the 2nd quarter. The try on either occasion. And they lead by 5. Cascade in danger of a delay penalty here, and it looks like they are going to use their final timeout. 13 seconds on the clock. Cascade will put this one in play after the timeout from their own 43-yard line. That is Cascade's final timeout. It's been a long drive for the Bruins here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 plays. Several fouls. They've gone forward and backward. They've been as far into Arlington territory as the 39-yard line. And now they're all the way back at their own 43. Football on the Snohomish Times Sports Welcome back to Everett Memorial. Nathan Murphy with you here, and we'd like to share an update on number 7, Jake Kirshner for Cascade, who was knocked out of the game by what we're told was a pretty heavy hit to the head in the second quarter. And what we've learned is that Jake has been transported by aid unit. We don't know where, but we just wanted to take a moment and wish Jake and his family all of the best, good health and speedy recovery in whatever circumstances you find yourselves in. The thoughts of the Wesco community. Leads Mountain Lake Terrace at halftime, 13-7. Down at Edmonds Woodway High School, the early game of the doubleheader is complete. They beat Jackview as we get them. Here, Arlington leads Cascade by a score of Cascade, a 7-yard touchdown drive that started at their own 40. They got very good field position. And they were led by a 19-yard touchdown run by Kawan Coleman, put Cascade out in front early. The kick by Bolden was good. But Arlington came, that was caught by number 22, Connor Bovard, and then the very next play, an 11-yard touchdown run and then just on Arlington's very next possession, a 4-play drive culminated in a 16-yard touchdown run by number 37. That's George Spady. He took the ball on a reverse. Everyone was going the wrong way. He took it into the pylon for the second score of the game. Arlington went for 2, and the handoff went to the linebacker Cameron Scrimger, but he was stopped just shy of the goal line. And so Arlington with the 12-7 lead as we await the beginning of the second half. We'll take a chance to remind everybody that all season long you can follow high school football at STSPN.com and at SoundLiveSports.com. And STSPN and Sound Live Sports are both working with the Everett Herald this year, who's providing links and other access to the broadcasts. All of those links will be tweeted out before the game. 3 or 4 games will be covered every week. The doubleheader at Edmonds Stadium will always be on the air, and at least one game, if there is one, at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Snohomish, as well as some road games for the Snohomish crew, including this one here at Everett Memorial between Cascade and Arlington. So STSPN, Snohomish Times, and Sound Live Sports out of the Edmonds School District bringing you all of the games this year, and it wouldn't be possible without our wonderful sponsors. We'll run through those as we've got a few moments here. Thanks to Shoreline Community College, who are the presenting sponsor for all of the West Coast South games this year. Shoreline is known for its digital filmmaking program, which provides a hands-on approach to learning in video production, and combined with a solid introduction to the theory and history of cinema. All of Shoreline's faculty are working professionals in the field, which translates to classroom instruction that prepares students for contemporary challenges in video production. For more information or to apply, visit them online at shoreline.edu. To jumpstart your future. Whether it's consulting, design, or installation of a new system, or service and repair of an existing one, Wesco is your professional, courteous, and affordable solution. Septic tank problems can sneak up on you when you least expect them. When they do, call the specialists, Wesco Septic Service. They provide prompt, expert, and reliable solutions for your sewage problems or for the installation of new systems. And Wesco has the highest quality equipment and seasoned experience to meet your needs and budget. Locally owned and operated in Snohomish since 1987 with 24/7 service and discounts for seniors and military. Mention STSPN in this ad for $50 off your first service. Call Wesco today at 1-888-488-5588 or visit them on the web at awescoseptic.com. Teams coming back out onto the field for the second half. Officiating crew led by referee Jim Erickson tonight. As we continue to wait for the Arlington Eagles to make their appearance, we'll remind you that Action Jackson Plumbing is a licensed, bonded, and insured plumbing company, providing complete plumbing, drain cleaning, and sewer repairs for both residential and commercial customers. Action Jackson offers 24-hour emergency service, locally owned and operated, honest, affordable, clean, and courteous. Call Action Jackson Plumbing today at 425-877-5601. And Fred's Rivertown Ale House in Snohomish is a proud sponsor of Western Conference football on STSPN, located at 1114 First in historic downtown Snohomish. Fred's is the county's premier beer destination with 32 craft beers on tap, from local to regional and even European beers. In fact, they were named one of the 21 best beer destinations in the country earlier this year. Fred's also has a great wine list and one of the largest single malt Scotch selections in the country. Fred's has great food as well, from standards like burgers and pizza to specialties like their porter ale meatloaf, lobster bisque, and wasabi shumai, all in a relaxed family atmosphere that will keep you coming back. Make Fred's Rivertown Ale House your destination for dinner after the game, or visit them on the web at fredsrivertownalehouse.com. McDaniel's Do-It Center in Snohomish is your goal line for exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Founded in 1966 by the McDaniel family as coast-to-coast hardware, McDaniel's Do-It Center remains locally owned and operated by the McDaniel family almost 50 years later, with the buying power of thousands of other Do-It-Best stores nationwide. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and outstanding employees continues to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do-It-Best centers in the country. Our store at 510 2nd Street in Snohomish boasts over 70,000 products in all the top brands, and you'll get that hometown feel and legendary customer service that you won't find anywhere but McDaniel's. Come on in today, give us a call at 360-568-1544, or visit McDanielsDoItCenter.com and discover the McDaniel's difference. And finally, most certainly not least, we appreciate all of our sponsors very greatly. Gabe and Megan Gilpin are proud to present tonight's game on STSPN.com, rather. Gilpin Realty has been family-owned and operated since 1968. Their 19 dedicated brokers have over 150 years of combined real estate experience. And they know the market. They're proud to be considered your real estate one-stop shop in Snohomish County and North King County for new construction, home purchases, land, investment, commercial, property management, and rentals. Make sure and visit them online at gilpinrealty.com or call Gabe and Megan today at 360-799-3715. We are very, very grateful to the Gilpins and to all of our sponsors for making these broadcasts possible here on STSPN.com and on SoundLiveSports.com. We're thrilled to bring you Western Conference football all season long. Make sure and tune in next week and every week. Visit the websites at STSPN.com and at SoundLiveSports.com for up-to-date schedules and other information. Nathan Murphy with you at Everett Memorial. The captain's out on the field for the meeting at the start of the second half. And I believe that it will be Arlington's option here in the second half. They kicked the ball away at the beginning of the first, and they will presumably receive it here at the beginning of the third. We remain to see which end Cascade wants to kick it from. Jim Erickson, our referee tonight. The rest of the crew, Fred Schissel and Al Furiak, are on the lines. In the middle is Mike Cope, and the back judge is Stephen Landreau. Arlington will receive at the north end of the stadium to start the third quarter. And the intermission has 20 seconds left in it, so we're just about set to go here. The two teams just need to bring themselves back out, and we'll be back underway. Still looking for other football scores here for you. As we mentioned, Edwins Woodway got a big score. Here we go. Marysville Pilchuck leads Kamiak at the half 19-7. That game's on KRKO on the radio. Looking for other games here from Snohomish County, getting lots of scores from around the state now. But no other. There we go. Lake Stevens leads Meadowdale at the half, 14-7. Lake Stevens opening their season at home. So there are your Western Conference scores for the time being. We'll get you more as we're able. Twitter, always a great source for that. The Everett Herald and other organizations here in the county. As we're set to get underway here in the second half. Spencer Bolden will kick it away for Cascade. 3 men deep to receive. Bayer and Andal. I can't see who the third is. And it'll be A reverse. And they'll get it out across the 20-yard line. Eventually it was Alex Hayward with the ball. I believe that Noah Andal handled it as well. About a 20-yard return. And Arlington will put it in play, first down and 10 at their own 22-yard line. 12-7, Arlington with the lead here on the strength of 2 second-quarter touchdowns. And they will look to add to that lead here as they'll start this drive on their own 22. Callahar calling signals. Now they'll shift a little bit. One man in the backfield. Callahar takes the snap, gives the handoff for Hayward. Little bit of room out on the far left side. Breaks the first tackle, but not the second. Gain of, call it 4 yards out across the 25. Second down and 6 upcoming now for Arlington. 32 the line to gain. Hunter Gardosky leaves for Arlington. And he'll be replaced on the line by Hunter Cook. Both teams pretty deliberate here so far. Neither team showing a whole lot of inclination to hurry to the line of scrimmage. 3 wide receivers, and now Arlington's going to call time as they were coming up against the end of the play clock. So Arlington already uses its first timeout here in the second half. Only 57 seconds gone before Arlington has to go to their timeouts here in the second half. But they've now done so. They've got 2 remaining. Both teams using all of their timeouts in the first half. Nathan Murphy with you, Everett Memorial Stadium, just underway in the second half, where Arlington has a 12-7 lead over the Cascade Bruins. Cascade perhaps a little bit more impressive on offense. Kawan Walker has been very effective at the tailback position, but Arlington on a couple of drives got a long pass reception to number 22, Connor Bovard, both times setting up a touchdown on the very next play from inside the 20. So both times, though, Cascade managed to prevent conversion on the try. A block of the PAT by Josh Watson in the early part of the second quarter. Arlington back to the line, 2 wide receivers to the right. Instead, the handoff will go to Hayward. Cuts back into the middle, gains a couple, give him a gain of 3 on the play out to the 29, and it's 3rd down and 3 for the Eagles. For a regular substitution cycle for Arlington, checking back out of the game is Marcus Brookhiser, cycling through that line. 2 men behind Callahar this time. I formation, handoff goes to Hayward. Breaks a tackle, drives toward the line again, but he's pushed back, and it's going to be very close. It's all going to depend on the spot here. They toss the ball out to the linesman. He's going to put it down, and then they'll look from there. Right around that 31-yard line, Jim Erickson takes a look. First down. So Arlington moves the chains, gain of 3 by Hayward on the carry, and a 3rd down conversion for the Eagles. It'll be 1st down and 10 for Arlington at their own 32-yard line. 3 runs so far here in the second half. Arlington not quick to go to the pass, but when they do, it's been very impressive. A couple of long gains, as we were mentioning, out to Connor Bovard, setting up both of the Arlington touchdowns. They lead at 12-7. Couple minutes gone by here in the third quarter. Back to their pistol formation. Hayward next to the quarterback, Callahar. Calling signals, Noah Andal in motion. It looked like a screen pass. Instead, it was fumbled, and rolling back the other way now with it is Callahar. He's going to get back near the line of scrimmage, but he's pushed out of bounds a couple of yards short. I think they're going to mark him for a loss of 3 yards back to the 29. That'll set up 2nd down and 13 for the Eagles. as Callahar couldn't handle the pass. He didn't have a good grip on the football. It looked like it was a screen out to the motion man Andal. And now a discussion between the umpire and referee. Doesn't look like it's going to impact anything. Second down. Clock stopped. Callahar was pushed out of bounds. 9:51 in the third quarter. One wide receiver each side. Callahar rolling to his left. Has a man out there. It's Bovard again on the long catch. Breaks one tackle, breaks another, gets a block. Out into Cascade territory. Finally brought down around the Cascade 47. That's a gain of about 28 yards for Arlington and a first down into Cascade territory. Bovard, 3 catches, each of them at least 20 yards. And they'll mark this one all the way down to the Bruin 41-yard line. A nice play as Callahar rolled out to his left, and Cascade's secondary has not been particularly successful in containing Connor Bovard. Arlington not using the option frequently, but when they do use it, it's been quite effective for them. Callahar back to pass again, has a man out there. Trying to come back to the ball, he overran it, and it'll fall incomplete as DeArmond Murphy. The last time he was the target deep downfield, he slowed down a little bit and then couldn't catch up to the ball. This time he overruns it and runs well under the ball, had to come back and couldn't quite get there. So it'll be second down and 10 at the 41. Clock stopped, 9:24 left in the second half, or excuse me, in the third quarter. Arlington 12, Cascade 7 here at Everett Memorial Stadium. First game of the year for either side. First game of the year for us as well. We're glad to have you with us. And an offside foul on the far side of the field. I think that's going to go against Cascade. And it looked like Eric Billings is the man who jumped. But was he drawn? Doesn't look like it. Offside against Cascade, the indication, and Jim Erickson will confirm it for us. Yes, indeed. So a 5-yard penalty takes the ball down to the 36-yard line of the Bruins. And instead of second and 10, it'll be second down and 5 for Arlington. Callahar comes in with the play call and brings his club to the line. Arlington looking to add to their lead. 12-7 stands right now. 2 men wide to the right. Hayward in the backfield with Callahar. Another pass. He's going deep. He's got a man. It's Murphy. Can he get under this one? He cannot. Just out of his outstretched hands. That ball was in the end zone. Callahar and Murphy, 3 times they've tried to hook up deep down the field. It hasn't worked out for them yet, but you get the feeling that they're closing in on that one. And Cascade breathes a sigh of relief. It'll be third down and 5 at the Cascade 36. A lot of air under that one, and just unable to underrun the ball was DeArmond Murphy. He had beaten his man by a good 2 or 3 steps, but he couldn't get himself there, and it falls incomplete in the end zone. So a big third down here for the Cascade defense as Arlington stays outside of field goal range. Third down and 5. Arlington shifts now. 1 wide receiver each side, their typical set. Hayward is to the left of the quarterback, Callahar. The handoff goes to Hayward and then back to the other side on the reverse, and wrapped up easily is George Spady. That play is going to lose 3 or 4 yards. That's the same play that got them the touchdown, the second one, in the second quarter, but this time it's sniffed out well by the Bruins. Loss of 3 on the play, and it will be fourth down and 8 for Arlington. Ball back at the 39. And we're not certain what Arlington's showing at this point. This is that spot on the field where your punt might not net you all that much. If it bounces into the end zone, the net would only be 19 yards. And with the average play gaining 4, maybe 5, Arlington feels that they're going to go for it. 2 men out to the right. Back to pass, rolling to his right is Callahar. He's going to be... No, he gets away from the first man. Now he's got some space to his left. Chasing him down is 1 man. Does he get there in time? It looks like he does. Jacob Harris in the pursuit, and he brings Callahar down at the 33 34-yard line, rather, and that's a huge stop for Cascade. They had him bottled up in the backfield. Hamilton Kendrick had two hands on Callahar. He couldn't bring him down. He escaped Kendrick, rather. He escaped a second man and had all kinds of space out on the right. But a sprinting, busting run to bring him down by Jacob Harris, the senior. Gets all the way out to the left to bring him down. And as I'm saying this, they're marking a first down. It looked from up here. No, okay, it is Cascade's ball. I just had it backwards. So it'll be 1st and 10 Cascade at their own 34. Handoff up the middle. Can't see who the ball carrier is. I think it may have been Nefedov. And that is indeed who it was. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. Big stop for the Cascade defense there as they trail by 5, 12-7 here in the third quarter. Low snap, fumbled, it's on the ground. I think managing to get on this one was Malik Ratcliffe. And it will be 3rd down and 11 now for Cascade. Clock ticks under 7:15 left to go in the third quarter. 12-7 your score. Arlington out in front. Nathan Murphy with you on STSPN.com. Thanks for joining us. Make sure and check out STSPN.com and SoundLiveSports.com for all the high school football schedules this year. Ratcliffe keeps this one after 2 fake handoffs. Has a hole. He's going to try and use it. I think that pass was thrown across the line of scrimmage. It's a backwards pass. Rules the line judge, and it rolls all the way out of bounds. So a lot happening on that play. Stepping across the line of scrimmage by a couple of yards before he threw it was Malik Ratcliffe. But they rule it a backwards pass, which is not a foul. It is a live ball, but it bounces all the way out of bounds. And it's just like a fumble, a backwards pass. So a fumble out of bounds. It'll be 4th down for Cascade. So into punt now is Bolden. Spencer Bolden had a good night so far. Back to receive for Arlington is Kyle Bayer. Gets the kick away and gets run into. There's a flag on the play. The punt sails out of bounds. And now we'll have to see if this is roughing or running into. From up here, I would guess it's roughing, but this is going to be the referee's decision. Personal foul, roughing the kicker. That's going to be a 1st down by penalty for Cascade, and a huge moment potentially in this game as Arlington would have gotten the ball just near midfield. Roughing the kicker was the early indication. And the kicker, Bolden, is down as a result of this play. He got hit pretty hard by a couple of men in white jerseys. The foul is called, and it is an automatic 1st down. The roughing, as well as the 15-yard penalty, would be enforced from the previous spot at the 35. So it would be 1st and 10 at midfield for Cascade. And Bolden jogs off under his own power to applause from the Cascade faithful. Mike Cope, the umpire, getting ready to walk this one off. It will indeed be a 15-yard penalty and a 1st down. Out to midfield. Cascade having a little bit of trouble with their personnel here. I think a little confusion on the sideline as to what the call was and what the result was, but they've got the offense back out on the field now. Malik Ratcliffe and company will be in business from midfield now. And if they bring this back and retake the lead, that could be a huge moment in this ball game. 6:44 remaining in the third quarter. Wing backfield. Low snap taken, handoff for Walker. Coleman rather, but I bought the fake. It's Hamilton looking for the pylon. He's going to be pushed out around the 5-yard line. That was a wonderful fake to Coleman. Kawan Coleman did not have the football. Kendrick Hamilton had it. and he took it well out on the left side all the way down to the 5. Gain of 45 for the Bruins. First and goal for Cascade. The misdirection has worked very well for them when they've tried it, and this one worked perfectly. Everybody, including me, keyed on Kawan Walker. And instead, Kawan Coleman, excuse me. And instead, it was Hamilton Kendrick with a massive gain. This one goes for a gain of a couple down to the 4. Second down and goal for the Bruins from the, looks like the 3-yard line. Right on the hash mark for the try. Handoff into the middle. I think this is Coleman. The pack centered down around the 1. And it's going to be third down for Cascade. Inside the 2, somewhere around the 1-yard line. Big moment in this football game. Third down and 1 for the Bruins from the 1. Third down and goal for the Bruins, rather, from the 1-yard line. Just outside the 1, it looks like. Third down and goal from the 1.5, call it. Cascade trails this one 12-7. But a score here would put them up 1 and maybe 2 if they convert the try. They shift into an I formation, 3 men behind Ratcliffe. Takes the snap. Takes it himself, rolling to the outside on the boot. Is he going to get to the goal line? He is! Down Cascade! 3 men in the backfield. They faked the handoff to Hamilton Kendrick. They faked it to Coleman, and instead Ratcliffe kept it himself. We talked earlier in the game about how that quarterback keeper had not been working particularly well for Cascade. Well, this one worked to a T. A 2-yard touchdown run on the bootleg by Kawan Walker, by Malik Ratcliffe, excuse me. I don't know what I'm saying. Malik Ratcliffe into the end zone for the Cascade touchdown, and they're up 13-12 with a chance to add. The man who just got run into, Spencer Bolden, on to try the point after. Good snap, it's a fake. Up in the air with it, running, throwing the ball, it's dropped. A well-thrown ball by Austin Clark. He was looking for Hamilton Kendrick, and Kendrick couldn't hold on in the end zone. So trying to extend to a 3-point lead, that's a great play call by Cascade head coach Eric Dinwiddie, but it doesn't quite come off. And instead, with 5:03 left in the third quarter, the score Cascade 13, Arlington 12 on Snohomish Times Sports Network. Cascade leads this contest 13-12. We'll take a chance to remind everybody that Shoreline Community College is the West Coast South presenting sponsor for STSPN and Sound Live Sports high school sports broadcasts this fall. Shoreline is known for its digital filmmaking program, which provides a hands-on approach to learning video production, combined with a solid introduction to the theory and history of the cinema. All of Shoreline's faculty are working professionals, which translates to classroom instruction that prepares students for contemporary challenges in the field. For more information or to apply, make sure and visit shoreline.edu today to jumpstart your future. Malik Ratcliffe has jump-started the second half here for Cascade as they've jumped back to a 13-12 lead. Entertaining contest here at Everett Memorial Stadium. Nathan Murphy, glad to be with you. Thanks for being with us tonight. Bolden's kick taken just in front of the goal line. Another reverse. This time the ball carrier. He's got a little bit of space. It's Hayward down the sideline. Alex Hayward to the goal line. Touchdown, Arlington. That did not take long. The reverse last time on the kickoff return was sniffed out perfectly by Cascade. This one goes 99 yards for the score. Fielding the ball was Noah Andall. Alex Hayward, his partner back there, a perfect handoff. Hayward got a couple of blocks, 99 yards the kickoff return, and just like that, Arlington is back on top 18-13 is the score. Cascade's lead lasted for all of 16 seconds. The time it took for Alex Hayward to take the ball 99 yards down the near sideline and into the end zone for the Arlington touchdown. On to try the extra point is Para. It'll be out of the hold of Bayer. They're going to fake it as well. Para will throw it, has a man back there. It's caught. The two-point conversion, the fake extra point is good. I can't see who caught the ball, but a perfectly thrown pass by the kicker, Para. And it's 20-13. Twists and turns here in the third quarter. Arlington with a long drive capped by the naked bootleg run of the quarterback, Ratcliffe. And Arlington turns right back around and takes it 99 yards on the kickoff return, and a fake on the extra point goes for 2. So they lead it 20-13. 4 minutes and 47 seconds left in the third quarter. We'll take a quick break. This is Snohomish County Western Conference football on STSPN. Welcome back to Everett Memorial Stadium. A truly exciting game here. 4:47 left in the third quarter. Arlington leads at 20-13. The teams trading scores in the last 16 seconds as it started with a naked bootleg 2-yard touchdown run by Malik Ratcliffe for Cascade. And then on the ensuing kickoff, it was Alex Hayward taking the reverse from his partner back there, Noah Andal, and taking it 99 yards for the touchdown. Arlington kicks this one low. This will be the first chance for Coleman to return this one. Kawan Coleman can't find anywhere to go. A flag in the backfield. That came from the back judge. That means it's most likely a blocking foul. But we'll wait and see the indication. The tackle made at the 21-yard line. And that's the end of the run, but we'll see what the indication is here. I think the foul's against Cascade, and it is a block in the back. So, given the location of the flag, the end of the run is going to be the enforcement spot. So they'll mark this back 10 yards from the 21, and Cascade will put the ball in play from their own 11-yard line. 4:41 on the clock. First and 10 for Cascade at their own 11-yard line after the foul. A block in the back. I didn't catch the number, but it was well away. It looks like it's number 42. Or is it 24? Might be Andre Nefedov. Cascade sideline not particularly happy with Steve Landreau at the moment. I'm sure that's deeply concerning to him. In any case, first down and 10 for Cascade. We'll call it their own 12. Coleman in the backfield. He gets the handoff. Hard yards, pushing ahead. Wrapped up for most of them by Benicio Madrigal-Reyes for Arlington, and he gains 3 on the play out to his 25. Second down and 7 there for the Bruins. They trail it by 7, 20-13. The two teams trading scores here in the middle of the third quarter. A long Cascade drive that started back at their own 24 ended up with a 2-yard touchdown run for Malik Ratcliffe. Arlington came back on the next kickoff with a 99-yard return. Ratcliffe keeps this one himself. Dives ahead for a yard, maybe 2. Out to about the 27. Give him a yard to the 27. Excuse me, to the 17. I'm off by 10. And it'll be third down and 5. Big play here for the Bruins. We talked about that roughing the kicker penalty that happened only a few yards upfield from this on that last Cascade drive, gave them new life at midfield and ended up leading to the touchdown. We said it might be a turning point in this game, and it might have been, except for Arlington turning right around on the kickoff. Ratcliffe keeps it again, and this time he's snowed under by 3, 4, 6 Arlington Eagles right away. Among the white shirts on the tackle was Gareth Henderson. I think he was the first man there. And Cascade's going to have to punt from their own end zone. Loss of 2 on the play back to the 15. And it will be 4th down and 7 for Cascade. So Bolden standing on his own 1-yard line, and now Cascade uses its second time out of the half. They've only got 1 left here. They're in a tight game with still 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter, and they've only got 1 timeout remaining. Looking a little bit frustrated down on the sideline is Eric Dinwiddie. Thought he had it going, gave up a long kickoff return, and now it looks like they're going to have to punt. We'll take this chance, fans, to remind you that whether it's consulting, design, and installation of a new septic system, or service or repair of your existing system, Wesco is your professional, courteous, and affordable solution. Septic tank problems can sneak up on you when you least expect them. When they do, call the specialists, Wesco Septic Service. They provide prompt, expert, and reliable solutions to your sewage problems or for the installation of new systems. And Wesco has the high-quality equipment and seasoned experience that meets your needs and your budget. Give them a call today, 1-888-488-5588. Visit them on the web at awescoseptic.com. They've been locally owned and operated in Snohomish since 1987. And they've got discounts for the seniors and for our military. Mention STSPN in this ad and get $50 off your first service. That's 1-888-488-5588 or awescoseptic.com. Visit today. 4th down, and Bolden will kick it away. High kick, angling out toward the sideline, and it'll bounce out of bounds. And they'll mark this probably somewhere around the 45. We'll wait and get the exact spot. And right on the 45. That's a pretty good call from up here. So that will go as a 30-yard punt with no return. Arlington will take over at the Cascade 45. With 2:37 left in the third quarter, Arlington already leads this one by 7, 20-13, and a very entertaining third quarter here at Everett Memorial Stadium. We've mentioned it several times, but that touchdown run by Ratcliffe followed immediately by the 99-yard kickoff return for a score by Arlington's Alex Hayward. Just 16 seconds separating the two scores, and then the fake extra point leading to the 2-point conversion for the Eagles. Handoff up the middle. Not much there. Can't see who the ball carrier was. I think that was George Spady. He scored in the second quarter, and they'll give him a yard on the play. 2nd down and 9. Down to the 44-yard line. Coming over to bark at the line judge is Eric Dinwiddie. I'm not sure what he's upset about. Calling signals. Taking the snap is Kalahar. He gives this one to the man who ran it back, Hayward. And he's out across inside the 35-yard line, and that'll be good for an Arlington first down. Getting an explanation. Eric Dinwiddie does not like the story he just got from referee Jim Erickson, but that's how it goes sometimes. 1st down and 10 for Arlington. Handoff this time goes to Hayward. Give a shout out to Jeff Bormeyer of Snohomish County football officials. Come up to say hello. Good to see Jeff. No gain on the play for Hayward. 2nd down and 10 from the 34. Arlington in their typical pistol formation. Now walking up is Kalahar, and he'll walk back again to his spot. Looks like he's going to throw this one. Got a man over the middle, caught. It's Donovan Selgren. Haven't called his name so far, and he's down inside the 10-yard line. Another long pass play for the Eagles. And it'll be first down and goal from the 8. Donovan Selgren cutting over the middle. Nice throw by Callahar. Hit him in stride, and he managed to pick up another good 12 yards after the catch. It'll be first down and goal from the 8 for Arlington, looking to tack on to their 7-point lead. 2 men split out wide to the right, 2 to the left. Hayward in the backfield with Callahar. Callahar, 2-step drop. Got a man in the end zone, floated it up there a little bit too far. It floated out of bounds, and unable to get under it was Noah Andal. Nice idea. Just a little bit too far, I think, where the ball was. Even if Andal had got his hands on it, I don't think he could have stayed in bounds. Would have required just a little bit more than the 6'1" that Noah has to bring that one down. Second down and goal from the 8-yard line. This time Arlington has 3 men split wide to the left. Sole receiver on the right is Bovard. Hayward is behind. Now dropping back again is Callahar. Takes the snap, rolling to his right, looking for Bovard. Coming back to the ball, I think that skipped off the turf. And that's what the officials say. So incomplete pass, and it'll be third down and goal now from the 8. A couple of incompletions for for Callahar. That one, Bovard tried to slide and come back to it, but it definitely took a skip off of the turf here at Everett Memorial. And so it will be third down. Arlington looking to add to their lead. It's 20-13 right now. This would be a huge stand if Cascade can make it, keep them in the game. Clock running, clock stopped rather, 39 seconds left in the third quarter. Under center takes the snap this time, handoff to Hayward. He's got some steam going, pushing toward the goal line, he's in! Touchdown Arlington! Alex Hayward was wrapped up after only 2 yards, and he got the other 6 with his legs. What a great run from the young man. And it's 26-13. On third down and goal from the 8-yard line, Alex Hayward took the handoff. A little bit unusual. We haven't seen Andrew Callahar under center all night long. This time it was the give on the traditional straight-ahead off-tackle run. And wrapped up at about the 6 was the ball carrier Hayward, and he just fought and would not go down. And he works his way into the end zone. 30 seconds on the clock in the third quarter. And on to attempt the extra point is Parra. Bayer will hold. They faked it last time. This one's going to be kicked. It's on the way, and it is good. So with 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter, Arlington responds beautifully to Cascade's go-ahead score. Now they lead at 27-13. You're watching Westco football on STSPN.com. An 8-yard touchdown run from Alex Hayward puts Arlington up by 2 scores here as we have 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter here at Everett Memorial Stadium. Nathan Murphy, glad to be with you. Thanks for joining us. It's a cool Friday evening here in early September. It was warm today. It's certainly cool out tonight, but it's dry, it's clear. It's a perfect evening for high school football. Arlington leads it by 14. 27-13 is the score. And Arlington set to kick this one away. They did the little maybe we're going to kick it, maybe we're not out of the huddle routine, but now they'll line up. You notice everybody not touching the 35-yard line, new requirement this year in high school football. Squib kick. It'll be taken by one of the up backs. That's number 11, Devin Kleiner. He takes it about the 28-yard line and gets a good 10-yard return. Nice hands by the young man out to the 38-yard line, and that's where Cascade will take over, first down and 10. Big moment here for the Bruin offense. They trail by 14, and they really need to get something going here with 24 seconds left in the third quarter. Time can start to run out very quickly if you go down by more than a couple of touchdowns in the fourth quarter. So a drive by Cascade to get them back within 7 would be huge. Ratcliffe calling signals, man in motion. Handoff's going to go to number 21, Wyatt Scow. He's wrapped up in the backfield. Sniffed out well by the Arlington defense. Call it a loss of 6. Back to the 32. Second down and 16 for the Cascade Bruins. And that is most likely going to be the final play. We have a whistle. An injured player being helped off for Arlington. That's Kenny Mills, number 50, a 6'2", 200-pounder, 6'2", 200 pounds. Looks like he's going to be all right, we hope. And the clock's going to start on the ready for play here, so we'll see if they get this snap off. 7-6, 5 seconds now to go here in the third quarter. They do get the snap off. It's low, but the hand is to Kawan Coleman. He gains a couple up to the 35, and that is the end of the third quarter. We've played 36 minutes here at Everett Memorial Stadium, and after 3, Arlington leads this one 27-13 over Cascade on STSPN.com. Fans, Action Jackson Plumbing is a licensed, bonded, and insured plumbing company that provides complete plumbing, drain cleaning, and sewer repairs for both residential and commercial customers in South Snohomish County. Action Jackson Plumbing offers 24-hour emergency service, locally owned and operated in Edmonds. Honest, affordable, clean, and courteous. Give them a call today to 425-877-5601, Action Jackson Plumbing. We're grateful for their support and all of our sponsors here. STSPN.com as we welcome you back here to Everett Memorial Stadium. Nathan Murphy with you on a cool Friday evening in early September. Glad to have you with us. Little dump pass over the middle on third down for Coleman, and he struggles. He gets back across the original line of scrimmage out to the 40-yard line, but it's not going to be enough. And Cascade is facing fourth down and 8. And a decision now for Eric Dinwiddie. It looks like he is going to punt the ball, down by 2 scores with the clock running here in the fourth quarter. The conservative decision, certainly. But at this point, you have to wonder how many more opportunities his ball club's going to get. Down by a couple of scores, Arlington leads it 27-13. Clock running under 11 and a half here in the fourth. Bolden back to punt. Bayer back to receive, along with Andall. Bounces in the air, they'll leave it, and it'll be picked up there by Wyatt Scow. Correction, that's Parker Spady who gets on the ball. And it goes down to they'll mark it at the 28-yard line. So from the 36, so I do the math quickly here. It's a 38-yard punt with no return. Nicely done by Spencer Bolden. Very successful as the punter for the Bruins tonight. Nice job with the place kicking duties as well, though his extra point attempt was blocked. Now Callahar, hands up the middle. Kyler Smith, the ball carrier, another new name. He'll gain 8 yards out to the 36, 37-yard line. Give him the 36 and a gain of 8. Out to the 36-yard line, so 2nd down and 2 for the Eagles. I formation, 2 men behind Kalahar. Takes the snap under center. Looking to throw, he's got a man out there. The pass is caught. He's got room to run. It's Connor Bovard, and it's a touchdown for the Eagles. Connor Bovard, the deep threat all night long for this Arlington club. They set in a traditional I formation under center. We've only seen that one other time tonight. The last time it was an 8-yard touchdown run by Hayward. This time it's a long touchdown catch from the 36-yard line. That's 66 yards for Connor Bovard. Arlington, very quickly after Cascade had taken the lead, is out to a 3-touchdown lead here of their own. As pending the extra point, it's 33-13. Arlington on top of Cascade. On to try the extra point is Para. Out of the hold of Bayer. His last one was good. This one is on its way, and it is good as well. So 10 minutes, 25 seconds left in the 4th quarter, and Arlington has stormed well out in front in this one. They lead it 34-13 on STSPN.com. We'll be right back. Cascade took the lead in the middle of the 3rd quarter on the 2-yard touchdown run by Ratcliffe, and ever since then it has been all Arlington. 3 unanswered touchdowns. The 99-yard run back by Hayward, then Hayward with the 8-yard touchdown run, and now the 64-yard bomb from Andrew Kalahar to Connor Bovard, and it's 34-13, Arlington in front. Kickoff taken at the 26. And pushing ahead with it is number 11, Devin Kleiner. And he'll get it out to about the 39 or so. I think that is where they'll spot it, the 39-yard line. And so it'll be 1st down and 10 Cascade. They've got 10-18 to do it, and they have 3 scores to make up. But pretty good field position to start this drive, their own 39-yard line. So work to do for the Bruin offense. Jawan Coleman, Malik Ratcliffe, Hamilton Kendrick and company. Coleman behind Ratcliffe here, and he gets the handoff. It was given back, and being pushed back with the ball now is Kendrick. And they'll mark him only for a loss of 1, forward progress at the 38. 2nd down and 11 for the Bruins now. Clock is running, under 10 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. Nathan Murphy, very glad all of you are with us here at Everett Memorial Stadium tonight on STSPN.com. Arlington absolutely on a monster run here, 3 consecutive touchdowns, and they lead it by a score of 34-13. 3 scores to make up for Cascade, and they've got under 10 minutes in which to do it. 2nd and 11. Ratcliffe calling signals. Handoff on the end around goes to Wyatt Scow. And he's pushed out of bounds across midfield and down to the Arlington 49-yard line. That's a gain of 12, and it'll be a Cascade first down. That's a nice end around, and everybody keyed on Coleman that time. And a little bit of room opened up for Scow on the end around on the right side. So first down and 10 Cascade down at the Arlington 49. Inside Eagles territory, it feels like, for the first time since the touchdown. Two-man backfield, handoff is faked, and instead it's kept by Ratcliffe. He's in trouble, can't get away, and he's going to go down. Chased down finally, it appears, by Ricky Gill with an assist to Anthony Parra. And a loss of, looks like a loss of 7 yards on the play back to the Cascade 46. Seven yards lost on the quarterback sack, second down and 17. If you're Cascade, you got to get this. So you got 3 downs in which to do it. You got to get a chunk of it here on second down. No, you don't have to get all 17 at once, but you got to get something. Coleman is behind, and he'll get the handoff. No, it's going to be kept again by the quarterback. Ratcliffe out across midfield, and a flag comes flying in. I think we may have a targeting foul. The end of the run is the 49, which was the original line of scrimmage. The flag came from the back, and I think that this may be a targeting call. It's a horse collar call against Arlington. So that's going to be a 15-yard personal foul that will give a first down to the Bruins down inside the 35-yard line of Arlington. The flag came from the back judge. I didn't have a good look at the tackle itself, but he had a great view through the defense. And horse collar is the call. So 15-yard penalty from the 49, which is the end of the run, will take it down to the Eagles 34. And Cascade will have it there first and 10. Nice run to begin with by the quarterback, Malik Ratcliffe. And then he's brought down by his shoulder pads by the inside of him. That's not legal. They'll mark it at the 33. And it'll be first down and 10 for Cascade. 8:25 left in the period. Cascade needs 3 touchdowns. Ratcliffe calling signals. The hand is for Coleman. He actually does have it this time, falling forward across the 30. Down, they'll mark him at the 29-yard line. Gain of 4 for Jawan Coleman. He's been much less successful in the second half, only getting 2 or 3 yards a carry, it feels like, whereas he was getting a good 6 or 7 in the first half. Arlington's adjusted very well to what Cascade was doing, particularly as far as blocking, and Coleman has not had as much room to run here in the second half, but he gets 4 on this play down to the 29, second and 6. Same formation. They've been using this wing formation all night long. Coleman gets this one. No. I'm having trouble with Cascade's ball fakes. They're doing it very well, and this time the ball carrier was Hamilton Kendrick, and he gets 12 yards down to the 20. Or 9 yards, rather, down to the 20 for a first down. Arlington bending a little bit on defense here. Cascade knocking on the door, but Arlington's got time on their side. 7:40 the clock is running. And it'll be first down and 10 for the Bruins. Ratcliffe calling signals. Has a man out there. It's caught down to the 5-yard line. That's complete to Eric Billings, the tight end. That's the first time we've called his name tonight. But he catches. It was a little bit of a wobbly ball. Ratcliffe was hit as he threw. But nobody was really around the big guy Billings, and he's able to pull it in. That's a 15-yard gain. And inside the 10-yard line, first down and goal for the Bruins from the 5. You got to score here if you're Cascade. 4-down territory. 7:19 and counting on the clock in the fourth quarter. Cascade looking to get back within 2. 3 men behind the quarterback, Ratcliffe. It goes to Jawan Coleman. And he's snowed under, no gain. Good pursuit on the outside on the tackle. It looked like Sago Hall is there, as well as number 54. That's Marcus Brooksheiser, rather. I apologize. So it'll be second down and goal still from the 5. No gain or loss on the play, but more time eaten up. Cascade still not showing a whole lot of urgency on offense. as they trail by 3 touchdowns with under 6 minutes and 40 seconds to play. 2nd down and goal. Back from the shotgun is Ratcliffe. Coleman behind him. Fake the handoff, looking for the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown, Cascade. Hamilton Kendrick got open in the end zone. Ratcliffe pulled down the handoff and found his buddy Hamilton Kendrick. And Cascade's not going away yet. It's 34-19 pending the extra points. I talked several times about the ball fakes that Cascade has been using, and this time Arlington bit pretty hard, and Kendrick, who had the handoff on the long play to move the ball down to the 5, he's the one that catches the touchdown. And now a chance to make it a 14-point game. It looks like they're lining up to go for 2 perhaps. I'm not sure if the kicker Bolden is on the field, but I don't see him, so it looks like they're lining up to go for the 2-point conversion. Indeed they will. They're in their normal formation, and a flag now. Nope. Prior to the snap, Cascade's going to use its final timeout. Very unhappy at the moment is Eric Dinwiddie for Cascade, the head coach. Cascade uses its final timeout with 6:29 left in the 3rd quarter. So they'll talk this one over. We'll take a quick break and be right back. Arlington is not quite run away with this one yet. 19 for Cascade, 34 for the Eagles. We'll be back on STS. Cascade now lines up to kick the ball to the 1-point try. Austin Clark will hold. Spencer Bovard will kick. It's a good snap. It's down. The kick's on its way, and it is good. So with 6:29 left, Cascade pulls within 14. It's 34-20, and now the decision for head coach Eric Dinwiddie, is this too early to kick it onside? Arlington's offense has been lancing through the Bruins' defense for the last 12 or 15 minutes of this game. And it's decision time for the Bruins. Eric Dinwiddie surrounds himself on the sideline, but the special teams guys are already lined up, and we'll see what they decide to do. And we'll take a chance here to remind you that Fred's Rivertown Ale House in Snohomish is a proud sponsor of Western Conference football on STSPN.com. They're located at 1114 First in historic downtown Snohomish, and Fred's is the county's premier beer destination with over 32 craft beers on tap, from local to regional, and even some European beers. They've got a great wine list and one of the largest single malt Scotch selections in the country. I've stumbled over that phrase every single time tonight. Fred's has a great food list as well, from standards like burgers and pizza to specialties like their porter ale meatloaf, lobster bisque, and wasabi shumai, all in a relaxed family atmosphere that will keep you coming back. If you're watching the game tonight in Snohomish, make Fred's Rivertown Ale House your dinner destination after the game, or visit them on the web at fredsrivertownalehouse.com. Thanks to Fred's and to all of our other sponsors for making these broadcasts possible. Cascade lines up to kick it onside. Bovard chips it, and it's going to be handled there pretty easily by Arlington's number 34. That's Anthony Parra. So one kicker to the other, and Parra handles it well, and Arlington will take over at the 48-yard line. You do give up some field position in doing that, but at the same time, you got to consider that the risk is not all that different if you end up giving them the ball at, say, the 25. The way that Arlington's offense has been playing, Cascade's going to have to come up with a stiff stand, and now a flag gets thrown. And we'll see, what have we here? Well, after the play, as the two teams are lining up, a flag comes flying. And it's going to be a delay foul on Cascade, and I'm not sure why. Eric Dinwiddie is absolutely incensed right now. And I think it's more with his team, with his coaching staff, than with... I see. So they didn't get the kickoff in time. That's what we're hearing. So the kick play that we just saw is not going to count. It's a dead ball delay of game foul on the kicking team, and that'll move them back from the 40 to the 35. Arlington is not very happy about this, but because it's a dead ball foul, Cascade does not have a chance, Arlington does not have a chance to decline it. So Cascade actually gets another chance here, and they can try the onside again, or they can choose to kick it deep, having taken their chance once. We'll see what they decide to do. Cascade is lined up as they were before. Arlington has two men in Bayer and Andal deep in case they choose to kick it. Boulevard looks like he's going to chop it again, though, and he does. This time it rolls a little further, and again it's picked up by Parra. Anthony Parra with the good hands being the kicker for Arlington. It traveled a little bit farther, so the funny thing is we're going to be in almost exactly the same place where we would have been had we not done any of this, right on the 48-yard line. So really no result from all of that other than that Spencer Boulevard kicked it a little bit further, and so it'll be first down and 10 for the Eagles at the 48. 6:27 left to go. And Arlington can run some clock here. Big moment for the Cascade defense. Andrew Kalahar under center. Back to the I set they'd used earlier. Hands it off for Kyler Smith. Smith has a hole and he's busted through on the right side. Smith may go. 10-5. Touchdown Arlington. That did not take long. Only 12 seconds gone by. And a long run for number 32, Kyler Smith, who busts it out on the right side all the way for a score. 52-yard run. And Arlington is not going to let Cascade get back in this game easily. First play from scrimmage after the score. A 52-yard touchdown run. Only 12 seconds gone by. That's the only negative for the Eagles. But now Cascade has to chase 3 instead of just 2. Parra on to try the extra point. Out of the hold of Bayer. Snap, hold, kicks on its way, and it is good. 6:15 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Arlington storming back ahead by 3 touchdowns. It's the Eagles 41 and the Cascade Bruins 20. You're watching Snohomish County Western Conference football on STSPN. A 52-yard touchdown run from Kyler Smith has put Arlington right back out in front by a score of 41-20. Just 12 seconds after Cascade had gotten, they thought, back in the game. "14 seconds, I suppose. 2 came off for the kick, but still so close together, and that's the second time that Arlington has answered Cascade immediately after they had scored. A very mentally strong performance from the Eagles here tonight. And now Parra will kick it away. DeJuan Coleman near his own goal line, set to receive. A long kick high in the air. It'll be taken by Coleman at the 5. This time he has a chance to get his blocking set up, but it doesn't work, and it's... Who is that? I think that's number 37, George Spady, who comes up and makes a big hit and pulls Coleman down at the 18-yard line. So a 12-yard return, and it'll be first and 10 for the Bruins at the 18. 52-yard touchdown run for Kyler Smith on the first play after the touchdown by Cascade. So back out in front by 3 touchdowns. First down and 10 for the Bruins at their own 18-yard line. And we've got a man down now. And I believe that this is Kenny Mills. Or is it Carl Culper? Is it 50 or 58? It's 58. It's Culper. He'll make his way to the sideline. Hopefully he'll be all right. No, I'm sorry. Boy, I just can't tell if that's a 0 or an 8 from this angle. It's a 0, so that's Kenny Mills. Good luck to him. Hope he's all right. We've got no word on the injured Bruin. Jake Kirshner, he was transported in an AIM unit at halftime after getting a hit to the head in the second quarter. Our thoughts and prayers are with him and his family tonight. Meanwhile, first down and 10 for the Bruins. Bobbled snap, but he manages to make the handoff to Coleman, and this is his first open running room in a while. Oh, he almost broke that tackle, and that would have busted him even further, but he gets out to the 33. That's a gain of 15 and a first down. Nice run by Coleman. Pickup of 15. Out to the 33. Clock running now. Under 6 minutes to play. Cascade's got to hurry. They trail by 3. It's 41-20. Arlington has answered very well every time Cascade has done anything in the second half. Handoff on the end around. This is Hamilton. Kendrick Hamilton picks up 2. Out to the 35. Second down. 8 yards to go for the Bruins. They've got to move more quickly than this if they've got a chance to get all the way back from this 3-touchdown deficit. Now they come to the line. One man back behind the quarterback Ratcliffe, and that's Coleman. Split out on the other side is Gilbert. Handoff went to Coleman up the middle, gain of another yard, maybe 2. There's some yelling going on over here from the Arlington students, counting down as the clock now runs under 5 minutes. Cascade still not showing a great deal of urgency. And it'll be third down and about 6 from the 30, call it the 38-yard line. Back to pass is Ratcliffe. Has a man out there. It's Kendrick, and he dropped it. Hamilton Kendrick was wide open at midfield. It was a little bit behind him, and he couldn't get his hands around it. And that was a first down if he'd hung on to it. Instead, it'll be 4th and 6 for Cascade. And you got to think they need to go for this one. As the clock runs, they're going to punt the ball. 4:35, and it stopped because of the incompletion, but Cascade's going to punt. And you got to figure this was their last chance if they want to come all the way back. So Arlington looking pretty good at this point, but nothing's ever for sure, of course, in high school football. Bolden back to kick. Arlington seems to be on the lookout for a fake. 2-man back, no middle blocking. They're showing everybody at the line. Back to returner Bayer. And the kick is away. Chasing it down is Noah Andal. He's going to let it roll. Was it touched? A block. I think it was touched. And 34 is going to pick it up. Now the rule is that this is not a touchdown. They're marking it as a touchdown, but I believe that the rule is that the ball can be possessed by Cascade, but only where it's touched. It was touched by Arlington. The back judge threw a beanbag all the way back at the 33-yard line, and it continued to roll and nobody touched it. But here's the thing. The ball can be possessed, but it cannot be advanced by the team that recovers, by the kicking team should they recover it. So this shouldn't be a touchdown. This should be Cascade's ball at about the 11-yard line, and we need to talk this over. And now the referee's saying timeout, and they are going to mark it at the 9. So they're going to do this right. The ball's dead and belongs to Cascade at the 9-yard line. So the broadcaster's jinx is as soon as I say that might have been Cascade's chance, this goofy play, the ball was touched. I think it hit the leg of an Arlington player at the 33-yard line. And I noticed it because the beanbag came out, and the Cascade coaching staff noticed it, and I could hear them yelling, "The ball's live! The ball's live!" But nobody noticed. All the way down, they were waiting to let it roll. The Arlington players weren't touching it, but they'd already touched it. And Cascade recovers it, and it will be their ball at the Arlington 9-yard line. So officially, that'll go as a punt and a turnover. And Cascade will take over 1st and goal to go from the 9, and they've marked it now at the 8. So 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. It's a new drive. 4:15 left to go. They'll start at the 8-yard line of the Eagles, 1st and goal. Calling signals. Keeping the ball is the quarterback, Ratcliffe. And he fumbled the ball, but I think he was already out of bounds, and they're going to mark him there at the 6. So a gain of 2, and he's out of bounds, so the clock stops. 4:08 is on the clock for the 4th quarter. 2nd down and goal to go from the 6. Cascade must score here if they're going to have a chance to come back. The Bruins have fought gamely here tonight. They've gotten back in it. They took the lead early in the 3rd quarter before this Arlington onslaught that started with the 99-yard touchdown return by Hayward. Ratcliffe keeps this one again, churning toward the goal line. Did he get there? Yes, he did! Touchdown, Cascade! Ratcliffe on the keeper, found a little bit of space, got hit at the 2, kept his legs moving, and found his way into the end zone. Just as you figure something might be over, just as you say, Arlington might have a chance to run away with this one. Cascade pushes back, and it's a 15-point game pending the extra point. 41-26 the score with 4:02 left. A 2-play drive and a 6-yard touchdown run by Ratcliffe. The kick by Bolden is up, and it is good. So it's a 2-score game again. 41-27 the score with 4:02 remaining. We'll take a very quick break and be back. This is Snohomish County Western Conference football on the STSPN. What an awesome game this is to start the high school football season. Cascade comes back and makes it a 2-score game again after recovering the punt on that bizarre play where the ball hit the leg of an Arlington player back at the 33 and nobody noticed. It rolled all the way down to the 8 before it was recovered by Cascade, and 2 plays later they scored. So it's a 2-score game now, 41-27, and Bolden will try the onside again. This one bounces high up in the air. Fair catch is called for. I don't think he can actually make a fair catch if it bounced into the air, but they're saying it was actually a direct kick. And so it will be Arlington ball at their own 40-yard line. Bolden having a Bolden being talked to, shall we say, by his special teams coach on the sideline. I don't think they wanted the chip shot. The disadvantage, obviously, of a ball in the air like that is that it can be fair caught, and it was. And he has the kick-catch protection, and Kyle Bayer was smart enough to wave his arm and take advantage. Now he's lined up on the far side of the field. Under center, calling signals is Callahar. Handoff goes to Hayward. Off the right tackle, gains about 6. And the clock will run on down under 4 minutes now. Gain of 6 out to the 46. 2nd down and 4. Arlington will take all the time they can now. Remember, in high school football, the play clock kept by the back judge. You can't see him in your picture, but I'll tell you, if he puts his hand up, that means there's 5 seconds remaining in the play clock. Callahar takes the snap. This time the handoff goes to Hall. I apologize. That's Kyler Smith, who scored the 52-yard touchdown on the last play. In any case, he picks up 8 yards here. And an Arlington first down into Cascade territory. First down and 10 for the Eagles at the Bruins 46. Arlington perfectly content to run clock now, looking for the play over on the sideline. I formation. Callahar has 2 men behind him. Spady and Kyler Smith. Fake the handoff to both men, and he'll keep it, and he'll slide down in play down to the 42-yard line. That's a gain of 4 on the keeper for Andrew Callahar. 2nd down and 6. Clock running, just over 2.5 minutes remaining. Cascade, having brought it back within 2 scores, it does look like they're probably not likely to get the ball back. No timeouts remaining for the Bruins. That onside kick was the chance, and it was fair caught by Bayer. I formation again for the Eagles. Callahar gives it to Smith, has some running room, down inside the 40. Brought down probably about the 38-yard line, maybe the 37. It's close to the line to gain. We'll see the spot. It's going to be 3rd down and 1, down to the 37. Gain of 5 on the play for Smith. 3rd down and 1 for Arlington. Clock under 2 minutes. No 2-minute warning here in high school. And the clock will continue to run. Back judge keeps the play clock in high school. We'll tell you when he says that there are 5 seconds left, but they haven't gotten there yet. Callahar calling signals. I formation. Handoff, Smith running right. Gets a block. That's a nice lead block by Dalton Evans out on the edge, and it'll be a gain of 3 yards. Good enough for an Arlington first down. Gain of 3 inside the 35 to the 34. Second first down of the drive. Clock will restart as soon as the chains are set. Now it's running, 1:26 and counting. Arlington, after surrendering the lead in the middle of the 3rd quarter, responded instantly with that long touchdown return by Alex Hayward. Hayward also had another touchdown run. Kyler Smith had a touchdown run and a touchdown pass to Connor Bovard. And Arlington is looking like they're going to win this by a couple of scores. The handoff to Smith, and he loses a yard. Clock running under a minute now. It's going to be 2nd down and a long 11, we'll call it. Arlington could just go ahead and kneel here. It appears that they're going to run the ball. But the Eagles are going to hold on. Now they will kneel. The victory formation for Arlington. A valiant charge several times by Cascade, but Arlington's going to hold on to win the opener. Under 25 seconds left to go here, so this will be the final snap. Back judge's hand is up, 5 seconds on the play clock. They do snap it. Kneeling down is Callahar, and that's going to be the end of the ball game. Arlington resists a very spirited charge from the Cascade Bruins, but they will win this ball game by a final score of 41-27. We'll run down the scoring and go through some final remarks in a moment. We'll be right back. This is Snohomish County Western Conference football on STSPN. Welcome back to Everett Memorial Stadium. The final score here tonight, the Arlington Eagles prevail over the Cascade Bruins by a score of 41-27. Thanks everybody for joining us. Take a look at the score, and Cascade scored first. A 19-yard run by Jawan Coleman, who early looked like he was going to be the star of this game, and he did have the first score, the 19-yard touchdown run with a minute and change left in the first quarter, but Arlington responded first with 8:10 remaining. Andall, an 11-yard touchdown run. Noah Andall on the end around, and then with 4.5 minutes left in the second quarter, George Spady on the reverse made his way in just inside the pylon on the far side of the field for Arlington's second score. At that point, they led the game 12-7 because one kick had been blocked, and the time they went for two, it did not succeed. So 12-7 was the score at that point. However, it's not the end of Cascade in the third quarter. Ratcliffe, with about 4.5 minutes to go, a 2-yard touchdown run that was set up by a 46-yard run by number 34, Hamilton Kendrick. And on the naked bootleg, Ratcliffe found his way into the end zone to put Cascade out in front, 13-12. But Arlington came storming back with 3 consecutive touchdowns, kicked off by Hayward. Alex Hayward took the kickoff after that Cascade score and took it 99 yards on the reverse to put Arlington right back in front. They went for 2. It was a fake extra point, and it worked perfectly to put them up 20-17. Arlington did not let up. An 8-yard touchdown run again by Hayward with 30 seconds left in the third quarter, and then a 64-yard touchdown catch by Bovard with 10:25 in the fourth quarter put Arlington up by 3 touchdowns. Cascade didn't go away. Twice they closed to within 2 scores. First, a 5-yard pass from Ratcliffe to number 34, again Hamilton. But Arlington answered with a 52-yard run from Kyler Smith on the first play from scrimmage after the score. Then the strangest play of the game, a punt by Cascade's number 89, Spencer Bolden, appeared to strike the leg of an Arlington player at the 33-yard line of the Eagles, and nobody but the officials and the Cascade coaches seemed to notice. The ball rolled all the way down to the 8-yard line of Arlington before someone from Cascade picked it up, and their officials awarded possession to the Bruins, and 2 plays later, Ratcliffe ran it in again, this time from 6 yards out to bring the Bruins once again within 2, but that was as close as they would get. The onside kick failed, and Cascade could not get the ball back as Arlington was able to run out the clock. Once again, your final score, 41-27. Arlington wins by a couple of touchdowns. We'll take a look at some scores from around the county. 33-6, Glacier Peak over Snohomish. A big win for the Grizzlies to start their season. Mount Lake Terrace 14, Mariner 13. And Edmonds Woodway won their opener by a score of 35-14 over Jackson. Josh Elvig ran the camera and the board tonight. Annika Sturlogson was our spotter. Thanks to both of them for their support. For those two, and for the executive producer of STSPN.com, Todd Elvig, I'm Nathan Murphy saying so long from Everett Memorial Stadium, where once again the Arlington Eagles defeat the Cascade Bruins 41-27. Make sure and check STSPN.com and SoundLiveSports.com for upcoming broadcast schedules, and we hope to see you again next week.